Good afternoon, everyone. I see Abhishek S. Chauhan, Chairman, Chandigarh branch of NIRC of ICAI. On behalf of the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee, ICAI welcomes you all in the today's webcast on a very special topic that is adapting your social skills to build meaningful relationships. For this specific topic, I would like to welcome today's resource person, CA Harpreet Singh, and the event enablers from the Chandigarh branch of NIRC of ICI and others, all the participants present here. First of all, before we start the technical deliberation by the uh, honorable speaker, I would like to put a brief light on the basic information about the resource person for the day, CA Harpreet Singh. Harpreet Singh sir is a seasoned professional with over 10 years of experience and currently serves as the Associate Vice President of the Royal Bank of Scotland. With a strong academic foundation, he holds a Chartered Accountancy qualification, Management qualification, Manager Development Program qualification from IIM Raipur, a Master's in Mass Communications, an MBA from Spain, and completed the Emerging Leaders Program and FTGP at RBS. As an in-house speaker for RBS Learning and Development Team, he regularly conducts sessions on communication, leadership, and interpersonal skills on regular basis. Sir, being a passionate speaker, has delivered his sessions on behalf of ICAI, ICSI, ICMAI, and many other universities, colleges, and B schools to more than 20,000 professionals. His dynamic presentations always inspires the young professionals as well as the members of the fraternity to enhance their professional relationships. Now, I would request CA Harpreet sir to please sir start the deliberation for the day. Over to you, Harpreet sir.
Thank you so much, Abhishek sir, for a wonderful introduction. And welcome everyone to this session on the social skills, social styles. First of all, I would like to thank the chairman of the committee, vice chairman of the committee, and of course the secretary of the committee, Sambit ji, is present here. So I would like to thank all of them and my thanks to all of you. Myself, C. Harpreet Singh, I would like to know from which cities you are actually connected with us. So, are you able to type in the chat box from which city you are actually? So, just to have the conversation going on, because I don't want myself speaking for the 2 hours and you just sitting there and listening to me. I want a two-way communication, although you will be able to type only in the chat box, I think. Yeah. And meanwhile, I will be sharing my screen also. Let me share my screen. Yes. So this is, of course, the topic, and let me just go to the. I don't know whether I'll be able to see your chats now, but yes, this is the topic that we are going to cover: adapting social skills to build meaningful relationships. And why this topic? You know, because there are a lot of people whom we meet every day, right? There are a lot of different people, and we know all those people are different personalities. Yes, we understand that. You are meeting myself, you met Abhishek ji, you met Sambit ji, you met some other people, and all of them are actually different personalities. And when these people are different personalities, these people are wanting some kind of skill set, some kind of people, some kind of different personalities to deal with them. They are more comfortable with one type of personality, they are less comfortable with other type of personality. So if I want to really decode what is going behind all of these things, first of all I need to understand what are the different kind of personalities. And why this is even more important is you are meeting thousands of people, but you remember only two, three, four people. You are four people in a group, you are meeting one person, that one person recognizes only your neighbor, not yourself. Although you talk to that person for half an hour, that neighbor talked to that person only for 5 minutes. But still, those 5 minutes as compared to your half an hour was more remarkable, so that the person remembers, the big person remembers not you but your neighbor. This is basically due to the different personalities, and that is what we are going to talk about today. And that is the reason why for big company CEOs and the politicians, for these people there are dedicated PR people, right? And what these PR people do, they tell these people what words, what statements they would have to say. And it is not only about word or statement. Some person is saying the same statement, you are not relying on that person. The other person is saying the same statement, but you are relying on that person. Why? Because there's a style in which that statement is said, and whether the statement actually suits the personality of that person or not, that is also a very important thing. Now, when these questions are arising, the personality word is the key. The style word is the key. And we are going to talk about those things. We are not going to talk about the words and everything. We are going to talk about various personalities. You are having your boss. You think that your boss is very good. Why? Because you two people are having the similar kind of personality or compatible personalities. You think that your boss is ruthless. He always is after the goals, after the work. He does not care about you. He is a different personality. You are a different personality. If you both actually are having similar characteristics or the compatible personalities, then the things are going to be a lot better. So let me tell you what we are going to do today. It is a social styles workshop. We are going to do a lot of different things today. What we are going to do today? So first of all, we are going to understand what are the different social styles, what are the different social personalities, right? Then why know your style? I know there are a lot of personalities moving in the world. I know a lot of different type of people whom I actually deal on a daily basis. But why I need to actually know why there are different personality, there are different styles, why there is a need to know these different styles. Number one, you want to actually communicate to the people in the best manner, and you want to get the best out of those people. Yes, definitely, this is the reason. Now, when you are thinking about there are different personality, there are different style. Now, what is your style? This is a very important thing. What is your style? You want to know that, right? And how you are going to know that? We are going to go through a detailed exercise which you are going to do sitting at your home with a pen and paper. You are going to answer a few questions for yourself only, and then you are going to decide, okay, these are the personality types which are there, and this is my personality type. Okay, after I know that this is my personality type, I should also be aware what is the personality type of others. And let me tell you, when you are talking about this personality type style, there are 4 type of personality that we are going to talk about, right? So out of those 4, what is yours and what is the others personality type? Now when you say mine is 1 and other 3 are there, that means 75% of people are against you, or they are not having the same personality type as you. That means there is a requirement to know what the personality type of other people are. And number 2 thing, you need to change your personality type also, so that you are more compatible with the other people. You need to be compatible with 75% of the people. Only 25% are going to be just like you. So that becomes a very important science, a very important art, and a very important knowledge, how I am going to be able to change my personality type, change my social style, right? And of course, we are going to talk about that. We are not going to be entirely a new person. Of course, it is not possible, but it is possible to be aware of certain characteristics, certain tips, tricks by which I can appear to be, or I am going to be seemingly more closer to that personality type. So we are going to cover that. Then we are going to see a very, very interesting thing. Difference between perception. Why difference between perception? You think you are personality type number 1, but people see that you are personality type number 2. Or you think that my personality is the best personality because it is a driver personality. For example, I'm just uncovering the suspense. You think I am a driver personality. Wherever I go, I just get the things done, right? So I am that driver personality, but other people think that you are ruthless, you are emotionless, you are a very dry person, right? So you think that you are positive, people think that you are negative. Now, how to change those perception? At least if I am aware about those perception, then only I will be able to change those perception. And of course, all of our conversations are based on a very detailed book, a theory which was actually unfolded very long back. And it is a very interesting theory which is actually used by various leaders and various management consultants to get the team set up in the right manner, to get the team working, get the entire organization working in the right manner. So yes, we are going to talk about that book also, right? So this is going to be today's agenda, and of course I'm going to ask a lot of questions to you, you are going to ask a lot of questions to me, and that's how we are going to conclude the session. So basically this is what we are going to cover. Is this something that you were looking for when you joined the session today? Okay. Question will be shared in the chat box in the end. Okay. So Sambit ji has mentioned that the questions are going to be shared at the end of the session. There's no issue. 1 second. Uh, One second. All right. Let me share my screen again. So basically, this is the thing that we are going to do, right? All right. Yes. Okay. Now, why you need to know the social style? This is my first question. Why this whole exercise? Why this whole session? And of course, it is a 2-hour session, but the exercise is actually going to be a lot longer. You are actually going to first of all discuss today. So we are going to do the entire exercise today, but it is not something that you know and that's it. This is not something like that. You are actually going to day in day out practice those things. So today I'm going to give you a tool. Using that tool, you are going to decide, okay, what personality type you are. Secondly, what you are going to do with that personality type, what type of personality type others are. So your bosses, your subordinates, your family, your relatives, what kind of personality they are. And in the end, you are going to be ready with all the ammunition and arms ready. Then you have to go into the word, then you have to try, and you have to continuously evaluate and change the way you actually interact with the people. So it is going to be a life-changing exercise, I would say, if we do it in the right manner. Now, first thing, why should we know the social style? Because we interact with a lot of people day in day out. We interact with our client, we interact with our articles, we interact with our husband, wife, children, right? We interact with a lot of people in the outside world, our peers, right? Our gurus. We talk to a lot of people, and when we are talking to a lot of people, these people are having different personalities. That's why I need to know what kind of personality that person is, right? Because in some way or the other, my task is to get the things done from the people. My task is to please someone also. At times my task is to make feel comfortable someone also at the same time, right? Then I have to make decisions. If I am making decision about my subordinate, I need to know what kind of person they are. would they be able to do that work or not, and would they be able to do that work or not is going to be dependent on the personality type they are, whether they are decision makers, whether they are followers, whether they are emotional people, right? So sorry, apologies, yes, I am getting a call. So what kind of person they are, it is going to be dependent on that, whether they are going to be able to do the work or not, right? Then better use of our time. For example, I have put one person in doing one work, and that person is not able to do the work because that person is not able to deal with the people effectively, right? So in that case, the person is going to fail. So is that the case where I have put that person into such a responsible position or such a work? In that case, he is not going to do his work properly, then I have to replace that person with some other person. So I am going to waste a lot of time, right? So I have to make better use of time. That is why I need to know about the social style. Then head of conflict. Of course, if there are people with different personalities, one is concerned about the work only, other is concerned about the well-being only, then there will be conflict, right? So in that case, I know that this person is not against me. The social styles type is actually different, and that is why we are having such conflict. And in that case, you will not take it personal. You know that it is only because of that style this person is not against me, right? So yes, it helps in heading off the conflict also. Then communicate effectively. Of course, you know that the person actually like the task done very rapidly, or he is after the task. You know that this is task oriented person, this is people oriented person. Now you are giving the wrong ideas to the wrong person. Your boss is people oriented, you are always talking to him of the task, you're not talking about the movies, you're not talking about the other course, the travel and everything. On the other side, your boss is very task oriented, but you are talking about the movies, you had a travel last week. There's no point of such discussions, right? So communication effectively is going to be driven by the social style that you are having, that your boss is having, that your colleagues are having, right? And build rapport and maintain relationships. So after doing all of this exercise, you will be able to maintain good relationships, you will be able to build rapport with your boss, with your seniors. 1 second, I let me take a call, an urgent call is coming, let me just take it. Yeah. All right, apologies for the small interruption, but yes, this has actually given you sufficient time to actually absorb what we talked about. So yes, we have talked about a lot of different things, the agenda, and why do we need to understand there are different social styles, right? And we are going to do all of these different things by doing that. All right, so what are those four social styles? These are the four social styles. First is analytical, second is driver, third is amiable, fourth is expressive. Right. Now these four terms, these four new terms are introduced to me. What these four terms are, right? We are going to come to this diagram a little later also. But yes, these are the four social styles, and these four social styles are driver. Driver is that person who is assertive and task oriented. I want to get the task done. And assertive means I am in command. I am very rigid. I am very strong in conveying what I want, right? So basically, driver is the person who is effectively a boss who actually knows what he is doing. Yes. And he is confident in whatever he is doing. And second thing, he is always thinking about the task. Second, expressive. Expressive is the person who expresses himself, right? He is also assertive. He is also very focused. He is also very confident. And when I say he, it includes she also. So yeah, he and she both. So that person is actually very confident, very strong, very bold, but that person is people oriented. Now there are two kind of bosses you would have seen. One is task oriented, one is people oriented. One is a person who takes his subordinates to the parties. Another is a person who is always talking about the work, new project, new things. So yes, these are the two different personalities, and it is not only about boss. It is about yourself also, myself also. We can be driver also, we can be expressive also, and we can be amiable also. Amiable means this person is responsive and people oriented. And of course, when we say people oriented, this person also like to talk, this person also like to laugh, this person also like to do fun games and all, right? These things happen in the offices. And he is responsive. So basically, he is that person who is going to respond to the request, who is going to respond to the orders. And when I'm saying orders, then I am saying it in a different manner, because amiable person does not like the order kind of a thing. He says, okay, tell me gently what do you want to do. And the fourth type of person is analytical. And analytical means this person is doing a lot of analysis before doing anything. So this person is responsive. Again, this person is the one who is taking the commands. And he is task oriented. He does not like to go in the fun games and all. He does not do all the HR activities. He is least interested whatever is going on in the office. He is just focused on the task. That's it. This is my task. I have to complete this. I have to go home. That's it. I don't want to do anything which these people are doing. I don't want to talk to a lot of people. I don't want to waste time. So this is the fourth type of personality, analytical. So driver, expressive, amiable, analytical. And it is not like, so the driver and expressive might be looking as the bosses, amiable, analytical are looking as the subordinates, but this is not the case, let me tell you. This is purely a personality type, right? And a person who is a boss, who is a CEO, he can be amiable also, he can be analytical also, and the person who is subordinate, that person can be driver also, expressive also, right? And we are going to actually understand what different personality types are in just a while. Yes. All right. Now that one line actually does not define everything accurately, right? So I need more information, more details when I talk about these different things, right? So now there are two different type of personalities, analytical and driver, which are placed in front of you, and there are various things which are actually mentioned about these type of personality, right? So just imagine that you are actually leading a project and you are having two team members. So one person is analytical, another person is a driver, right? So what this analytical person is going to do? So first of all, think about this person as a scientist or a detective or a chartered accountant for that matter, right? So actually we also like to get a lot of details, so do a lot of analysis. So this person is like that only. So they pay close attention to accuracy. Now think about those person whom you are dealing with day in day out, who are actually paying good attention to accuracy. So they want everything accurate. They don't think any detail is too small or too large. They don't believe in concept of materiality. They want to tie back every single rupee paisa. So it is that kind of personality. So the analytical person are the ones who are paying very close attention to accuracy. Number two, rely on fact and data. So these people actually rely very heavily on the fact and data for making various decisions, right? They don't decide on the basis of gut. Okay, I think that this should be correct. They don't decide like that. They want all the facts and figures in front of them, and then they are going to decide. Number three, like to think things through. So they like to think about all the things, all the very things. They don't take quick decisions, snap decision. They don't take. They will evaluate each and everything 5, 6, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 parameters they would like to evaluate. Only then they are going to decide. So when they are taking so much analysis, they are taking so much time also at the same time. So you may think that analytical people are slow. They can't take decisions. And there are some places where you have to readily take decisions in 1 second, 2 second, 5 second. So analytical people can't make decisions without these details, right? Prefer to work alone. Yeah, that is one of the trait of analytical people. They are more comfortable working alone in their own bubble of thought. There can be various reasons to that also. They think that they do lot of analysis before doing any judgment or decision. Other person is not going to do such kind of detailed analysis, such kind of detailed decision making, right? So that is why they prefer to actually work alone. Then they need accuracy. Of course, they need accuracy. They need accuracy to the single penny, single rupee, single paisa type. And there, for them, the task is the priority. They don't like to talk to people a lot. They don't like to do the fun activities and all. They want to do the work. Work come first for them. They are analytical. Now, if you are having an analytical person, how you are going to utilize that person in your day-to-day work? So you are going to ask that person to write a very detailed report, or maybe for an error-free analysis, you are going to rely upon that person, right? So yes, one person in your team is analytical. So you understand, okay, these are the various traits of analytical person, and using analytical person for what kind of work is going to be really, really helpful. So fitting the person to the right purpose. Yes, that is the whole purpose of this exercise. Number two, the driver personality. So who is the driver personality? So they are go-getter. They are the doers. They are the CEO type who actually want fast results, right? So number one, they are decisive. They are very decision-making personalities, right? They want to do the action right now, analysis later. They don't focus on the analysis. They want to get the results. That's it. Analytical, focus on doing the analysis. On the other side, these driver people actually focus on the results. Number two, they like control of people and situation, right? They are natural leaders or bossy, or so basically they want to be in control. That's the only thing, right? Whatever is going to happen, they want the things in a very controlled manner. They don't want the situations to get out of control. So they are actually planned well in advance. Number one. Number two, they don't want any person to guide them a lot. So basically, just tell these people what needs to be done. Don't overly get into the work, right? Don't actually tell them on every step. They don't want that kind of interference. So the driver people are like that. Number three, competitive. They are very competitive, right? Every day, every now and then, they want some kind of achievement. They want some kind of winning, right? That is why they enter into a lot of projects. And that is why if the praises are not there, they are not going to stay. So yes, they are very task oriented also. They are very achievement oriented also. They are winners kind of personality who would like to win. Not exactly winners, but who like to win. Then fourth, work to deadlines. So yes, they are very good with the deadlines. So they will do anything. They will work 24, 26 hours in a day and they will get the things done. So their focus is on that kind of things. So they are very much deadline oriented people. Minimum concern for relationship. When you talk about deadline, when you talk about work, when you talk about winning, when you talk about achievement, then some way or the other your relationships are going to get less attention, and that's what happen with these kind of people. So the driver people does not care about relationship. Someone wants to go right now. That is the attitude of the driver people, right? And prefer to work alone. Again, when you are so much bossy, who is going to stay near you? So yes, so they prefer to work alone. So for them, results are more important than the people, right? So what kind of personality you are, it completely depends on the traits that you are having. And for example, if the driver personality works with analytical, then what is going to happen? And there is a reason why these two things are put together. So if analytical and driver are working together, then what is going to happen? They are going to work happily because both are working alone. No one wants to go to movies. No one wants to care about the relationship. No one wants to miss any deadline. These two people are very compatible. Yes or no? Yes, definitely. So these people, driver personalities, are very perfect people for working in the high pressure situation, right? But let me tell you, now these both are seeming actually very similar. One is liking to give commands, other is liking to get commands, but there is a slight difference here also. What is that slight difference? Let me give you an example. So for example, these two people are in a car race, right? So first person, who is analytical person, is going to check, okay, the tire pressure is good or not. He's going to check, okay, my fuel is full or not. Then he's going to check, okay, what is the route, best route, shortest route, what is the time that I'm going to take. So all those analysis, all those details that person is going to get into. But when we talk about the driver personality, he does not care about tire pressure, fuel, no, nothing. He does not actually care about anything. He is just thinking about once this 1, 2, 3 and go happens, I'll just put the accelerator and as fast as possible, I will do, I'll care about nothing. I'll just get to my destination. That is the whole objective of this driver personality. So that is the difference also between these personalities, right? All right. Next, we are having amiable and expressive, right? So we are having amiable and expressive. 4 type of personality. We have discussed 2. Now the rest 2 we are going to discuss. So amiable personalities, in short, let me tell you, these are the people who want to keep everyone happy. They don't want to mess with anyone. They want everyone should be happy. I should offend no one. This is the first objective of this type of people. So, number one, they work with others. Yes, they would like to work with others. Teamwork is important. They would like to collaborate. They would like to talk to a lot of people. So, that is their nature. Then they dislike conflict. So, they will not be in conflict with any person. They try to avoid conflict. If someone is scolding them, they will not say anything because they don't want any conflict. And because of that, they will not raise any voice. Even if you do anything, they will not raise any voice, right? You give them a lot of work, they will not raise any voice. But is it good? No, it's not good. In that case, you will not be able to know that this person is under very high pressure. You will not be able to know. As a boss, if you are giving a lot of work to this amiable person, that person will say, yes, sir. Okay, boss, I will do. that person is going to be under immense pressure. That person might break down, that person might leave the company, but he is not going to come to you and tell you that, boss, this is a lot of pressure, I can't work in this situation. That is the drawback, that is the negative side also. So with the amiable person, you need to think about those things also. Okay, this person will not come and say to me, I will need to take care about the right pressure, right work is given to this person or not, right? Then support and actively listen to other. Of course, these are the people who don't want to talk, don't want to say, don't want to offend, but they want to listen, right? They're good listeners. Listening is a skill which is missing with a lot of people, but these amiable personality types are very good listener, and they ensure that everyone feels heard, right? They are warm and accepting. Yes, they are very warm. They will welcome you. They will accept everyone and anyone as a friend. They don't have any criteria. Okay, my friend and colleagues are different. No, they don't think like that. They think that my friends and colleagues both are same. My colleagues are my friends. They don't have any problem in accepting anyone. So they are perfect where you want a person to build trust. You want to send that person to build trust, they will be able to make it. Because they are the person who listen to everyone, who don't want to offend anyone, right? Anxious about making the wrong decision. So whenever they are under a decision making authority, or they are having that decision making authority, they don't take decisions very fast, because they are very anxious about what if my decision goes wrong. So they are not good decision makers actually. They always think about, okay, can it be better? I think this decision is not going to go right. So they're not decisive in that manner. Why? Because their decision might offend someone, their decision might not be right, their decision might fail. They think like that. Good listener, of course, they are good listeners. And where they will work best, wherever, for example, you need to build trust, you need a team building thing to happen, you want to resolve some conflict, send these type of people to that place. Although these person will not be able to resolve possibly, but they will be able to listen to each party, right? And get back to you with the right information, with the right thoughts, with the perspective of both the people, right? All right. Now, expressive. Now, for example, what this expressive person is, this person is very visionary. This person is having the big idea, right? So this person is not restricted to the small things. This person is going to be having all the big thoughts because he is expressive. He is very much creative, right? And this person is going to be full of energy always. Wherever you see him, he will be full of energy, talking with all the big plans, right, in the mind. Creativity and enthusiasm, always in the enthu. He is going to greet everyone in the morning. Good morning, everyone, right? From the first person sitting to the last person sitting, he is going to talk to every person, right? And likes involvement, right? Dislike being alone. Yes, they hate being left out. They don't want that we are left out. They want to be invited to all the birthday parties, all the movies, all the travel plans, outing plans. Yes, they are that kind of person, and they enjoy being the center of activity. So they will, and when you say they enjoy being center of activity, they put a lot of efforts for making people happy, for making the things work, right? For keeping all of them together, right? They are people centered. Spontaneous action and decision. So they are able to take quick decisions. They don't care about the facts and figures. So they are not going to care about the planning. No, they are just going to do the action. That's it. And they are people oriented. Of course, people orientation is key in their mind. But they are the decision makers. They are quick decision makers. They don't care about any fact and figure. They follow their gut. That's it. Excited about new ideas. Always they want to brainstorm, they want to work on new ideas, they are very excited about these things, right? Like the big picture. So yes, they would like to work on the big picture things. They don't want to talk about the small things. They are not going to talk about the travel expenses and all. They are thinking about the big things. They don't talk about the salary hikes. No, they don't care about it. They are thinking about the big things. Okay, what is the goal of my life, for example? Yeah, They don't think about the promotions possibly. They want that how many people on this floor know me. That kind of thought, right? Jump to conclusion. So yes, that is a thing. They don't really get into the detail. That is why they jump to the conclusion, right? Creative, they are very creative, of course. Fresh ideas, they generate every time. Thinking out of the box, yes, these are the right people. So they are going to shine when where you need someone to think out of the box, where you need someone to be engaged with a lot of people, they are going to shine there. So if I want to just make a comparison. So if you have organized a party, so MEL person is going to actually ensure that every guest is feeling included, every guest is having the food, the fun and everything, right? But expressive person is the one who does not care about, okay, who has dinner, who has lunch. No, he is going to actually going to think about a lot of fun ideas, decoration, dance offs, various preparation. He's going to focus on that because he's that kind of personality, creative, right? He is going to be having new ideas, how to make this party rocking, how to make this company look better or place look better. So those kind of things are going to be there. So yes, I have understood the 4 personality types, right? I have understood all the 4 personality types. Now there is a parameter. Now I have 4 different personalities. Now I will give you certain benchmark. Okay, there are 2 benchmarks. One is task oriented on the top, task oriented versus people oriented. Then on the left and right, ask and listen, and on the right, tell and direct. So you are bossy, you are on the right side. You are subordinate type, you are on the left side. You are task oriented, you are on the top side. You are people oriented, you are on the bottom side. Now let us break it down, be these 4 quadrants into. I have first of all discussed these 4 things. Now I am going to convert it into 2. Then we are going to convert it into the full diagram. All right, let us go. The 2 dimension. So the left side, the more I go to the left, I will be asking. I will be ask assertive, asking more. I will be requesting. I will be having questions. But the more I go to the right, I will be having my demands, my statements, my strong opinions. So this is assertiveness behavior. On the left side, I am less assertive. On the right side, I am more assertive, right? Up and down. On the top side, moving to the top, I will be able to control the emotions. I don't want to talk about the people. I just want to focus on the task. So the more I go to the top, I will be controlling my emotions. More I go to the downwards, I will be displaying my emotions more, right? Control emotion, display emotion. Control emotion, display emotion, right? Task oriented, people oriented. That's the thing. Now, again, so the more I think about the task, the more I think about the people, the more I think about asking, the more I think about telling. Now let me derive one thing, driver, and that's how we are going to derive the situations for all of them. So if I want to tell more, if I want to tell more and I am task oriented, I want to control emotions. I want to tell more, I am going to control my emotions, then I am a driver personality. Second thing, I am going to control my emotions and I am going to ask more. Yes, I am task oriented, but I am ready to take the command for the tasks. Then I am analytical personality. If I am more emotional, if I am more emotional and I am going to ask, then I am going to be what personality? Amiable personality. And similarly, if I am going to tell and I am emotional, then I am going to be fourth type of personality, which is expressive. So the analytical person will ask you, okay, give me the command, and will be task oriented. I focus on the task. Give me the command related to the task. Amiable person, give me the command related to the people. expressive person. I will give command, I will tell you, but I am people oriented, relating to the people. People is the focus. Driver, I will give command, but the task is going to be the focus. So this is the 4 type of people, personality quadrant, which is there out in the world, right? So I hope we are very clear till here. So we have discussed on different personality types. So what we have covered so far, if we want to know, different social style. What are the different social styles? We know there are 4. Why know your style? We know, okay, these are the reasons why we need to know, right? You will be able to interact more. You will be not having the conflict. You will be able to better use time, right? These are the kind of things. Then what is your style now? What is your style? We know that there are 4 styles. Now let us do the exercise. What is your style now? I will stop my screen share for a while, and then we will start the exercise. If there is any message or something, but I don't think there is going to be any message, because it's you are not going to be able to message me. All right, I will share my screen again. Let me just go back, right? Okay. Yes. So this is the exercise. This is a pen and paper exercise that you are going to do, right? What is the exercise? You will be having 20 set of characteristics or questions that I'm going to ask you, right? You'll be having 20 questions that I'm going to ask you. And for every questions, there are going to be various options that you are going to be given, right? And you will have to select the best. You don't have to think, okay, this looks good. You have to think from your heart, from your brain, okay, this is what I more lean towards. This is not an exercise. Let me tell you, no personality is the best. No personality is bad. Every personality is good and every personality is bad at the same time. I will prove that. So you don't have to think like, okay, what looks good? You don't have to think like that. You just have to think, okay, what is more suitable for you? What is more suitable for you? And actually do the selection. That's it. And of course, you will need a pen and paper, and you will need somewhere to write, okay, what is the letter? Is it A, B, C, D? And how you are going to do that? You have to write 1 A, 2, C, 3, D, and like that. So you have to do that and in a row. Thereafter, you'll have to leave some space on the right also, so that you can write something in the right. Not a lot of thing, but you have to write something in the right. And then I will give you my answer sheet later on, and from that you will be able to actually understand whether you are expressive, whether you are amiable, whether you are driver, whether you are analytical. Okay. So I'll give you 1 minute to pick pen and paper. Then I will show you the question, right? Okay. I am giving you that 1 minute. So please pick pen and paper in that time. Yeah. All right. I hope you have your pen and paper with you. Let us go to the first question. So you have to write one and the option A, B, C, D, right? And no option is right, no option is wrong, no personality. Don't think about the personality types now. You just have to think about those four words. Which one would you choose? And that's it. Yeah. So let me share the first question with you. Okay. Choose which one best describe you. Which one actually is going to describe you the best. Number one, persuasive. You are good at convincing others, right? Second, fearful. You are scared or you are worried whenever you make any decision. You are worried whether this is going to go in the right direction or not. Third, you are open-minded. You are accepting the new ideas all the time. Fourth, original. You are creative, you are unique. You don't want to copy from the people. So you have to choose the best option which you think fits you actually. Okay. I'm giving you 10 seconds, maybe. Think about it. What suits you best? And just to choose an option and write it in your notebook. Sorry, I have just got a call, missed call. Let me just pick it. Sorry, let me move to the next question. Choose one word that best describe you. You are cautious. Yes, you are cautious. You are very careful and you avoid risk all the time. Then you are convincing. You are able to make other believe something. You are able to make. This area I am on it. Okay. So yes, cautious, you are careful and you avoid risk. Then you are convincing, you are able to make other believe something. Then you are aggressive. That means you are forceful or you are ready to fight. And fourth, you are good natured, you are kind and easygoing. Yes. Choose the best option that you think for 10 seconds. Yes. I will give you the 10 seconds to think and okay. So now is the next question. Yeah, now is the next question. So yes, there was a message which I was responding to. Now the next question is, which one word describes you the best? Docile, dogged, open-minded, bold. Now what is docile? You are very obedient. You are easy to teach. Yes. Number two, dogged. You are determined and you are persistent. Open-minded. You accept new ideas and you are fourth, bold. You are very confident and you are not afraid of anything. Yeah. So again, 10 seconds, just think about it, just write the number and after that your option. Yeah. I hope you have chosen your option. Now let me go to the next one. Which one word best describes you? Charming, loyal, determined, even tempered. So now what is charming? We understand that you are pleasant, you are attractive. Yeah. Second, loyal. You are very faithful, trustworthy. Third, determined. You are strong willed and you are focused. Number four, even tempered. You are calm. You are not easily upset. So which one do you choose? right? And of course, no option is right or wrong. You can be charming also at the same time, and at the same time, you can be faithful also. So it's not opposite of each other. It is just that you have to choose one out of these. That's the only ask, right? And that is the fun of this game, actually, right? So 10 seconds again, choose which one would you prefer. Okay, all right. Let me now go to the next question. Choose the one word that best describe you. Willing, eager, nervy, and strong willed. Now, willing, you are ready to do something, right? Eager, you are excited, you are enthusiastic all the time. Then, nervy, you are bold, but a bit rude also, right? Strong willed, you are very determined, actually. Yeah. All right. So, you have to choose one of these four options, whichever you think is the right option for you. 10 seconds again. All right. Next question is choose one word that best describe you. Agreeable, high spirited, confident, and even tempered. So you are agreeable means yes, people can actually make you agree easily. Yes, you are agreeable, easy to get along. Then high spirited, you are very full of energy and joy. Confident, you are very sure about yourself, your decisions, right? Even tempered, you are calm and steady, right? So these four options, you have to choose one of these four options. Again, no option is right, no option is wrong. 10 seconds again. Okay, let me move to the next. Choose one word that best describes you. Obliging, assertive, precise, animated. So, what is obliging here? Obliging means you are willing to help others, you are willing to oblige others. Then, assertive, you are confident, you are direct. Precise, you are very accurate, you are very exact, right? And animated, you are full of energy, enthusiasm, and you want that creative thing to happen. So this is animated. Again, 10 seconds to you for getting this answer. All right. Next question is choose one word that best describe you. Disciplined, cheerful, restless, and resigned. Now, of course, disciplined, you are very organized and you follow rules. Cheerful, you are happy and positive. Restless, you are always moving or unable to stay at one place, right? And resigned, you accept something without complaining. So, what is the right option for you? You have to select from these. 10 seconds again. Now, the next question. Choose one word that best describe you: sympathetic, persistent, obedient, and spontaneous. One second. Yes. Sympathetic, persistent, obedient, and spontaneous. So you are sympathetic means you are caring about other feelings. You are persistent, that means you are never giving up. Then you are obedient means you follow instructions or rules always. Spontaneous, you act without planning. Again, 10 seconds. All right. I hope you have answered. Then choose one word that best describe you. You are competitive, you are tolerant, you are fussy, you are pioneering. So what does that mean? You are competitive, right? You love to compete, you love to win, right? Then tolerant, you are accepting different opinion or different situation. Fussy, you are picky, you are hard to please, that tough guy. Then pioneering, you are leading the way or doing something new. So again, 10 seconds, you have to choose. Why I'm giving you 10 seconds? Because you have to think, okay, which is the best for me. So you have to think in that way. All right. I hope you have answered. Now, next question is choose one word that best describe you. It's respectful, jovial, influential, optimistic. So now I'm going to go a little faster because we are now practiced for 10 questions and this is the 11th question. So you have to just put that number and then what is the right option in front of that. Respectful, jovial, influential, optimistic. So yes, you are respectful, you are showing politeness, you are showing honor to others. Then you are jovial, you are very happy, you are very, very cheerful. Then influential, you have the power to affect others. And optimistic, you always see the bright side of the things. Yeah. Next, I hope you have answered. Best that describe you: generous, unconquerable, inspiring, submissive. Generous, you are willing to share and you are willing to give others. Unconquerable, you cannot be defeated or beaten. Inspiring, you motivate others to do great things. And submissive, you are willing to obey or follow others, right? So the which of the option is correct for you? 5 seconds. Next question. Choose one that best describe. Considerate. You are considerate. Yes. You think about other feeling. Then you are brave. You are not afraid to face danger. Then you are timid. You are very shy. You are lacking confidence and adaptable. You are able to adjust to new situations, right? So think about and answer in 5 seconds. Okay. Let me go to the another question. Choose one word that best describes you. Argumentative. You like to argue a lot. Yeah, argument. Then you are kind, you are caring, and you are nice to others, right? Then third is you are nonchalant. This means you are calm and you are not showing worry. You don't care what is happening in the world. Yeah, you're calm. Then patient, you are calm and but able to wait without getting annoyed. So both the words are closer, but first word, the third word is about the worry, and fourth word is about getting annoyed. Yeah. So yes, these are the four options. Question number 15. Choose one word that best describe you. So there are 20 questions, right? 15th, we are here already. Self-reliant, light-hearted, soft-spoken, trusting. I think these words are very much self-explanatory. So 5 seconds for this. All right. Next, you are adventurous, you are peaceful, you are positive, and you are moderate, right? Adventurous, you like to take risk and explore. Not that adventurer who love to do the adventure activity. It's not like that. Yeah, peaceful, you are positive, you are always looking for good things, you are moderate, you are balanced, you are not extreme. You are balanced in the things. Yeah. Which one would you like to choose? Okay, let's move on to next. Oh, you are cordial, you are vigorous, you are receptive, you are controlled. Cordial, you are warm and friendly to the people. Vigorous, you are full of energy, you are full of strength. Receptive, you are open to new ideas. And controlled, you are calm and you are able to manage people, manage others, right? Controlled. Next, choose one word that best describes you. You are accurate. You are a good mixer. You are decisive. You are lenient, right? So basically, you are a good mixer means you enjoy meeting and talking to other. And lenient means you are not strict. You are forgiving people, right? And only 2 questions left. Yeah, friends, 2 questions left only after this. Okay. Next is you are talkative, you are conventional, you are outspoken, you are satisfied. Talkative means you love to talk a lot. Conventional means you are traditional and not different. No creative things here, right? Outspoken, you say what you think very openly. Satisfied, you are happy and content. Oh, I don't, the work and everything, all right, that's fine, but I am happy wherever I am. I am content, satisfied. Yeah. And the last question. You're audacious, you're popular, you are companionable, you are polished. Audacious, you are bold and you are willing to take risk. Popular, you are very much liked by many people. Companionable means you are friendly and easygoing person. You are easy to be with, right? Polished, you are very sophisticated, you are well mannered. Which one would you like to choose? A, B, C, D. Yeah. And then this exercise is going to end then, right? All right. I hope this exercise is done. Yeah, I'm not. I think I will not be able to see your messages, but let me show you the answer now. Yeah. So this is question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just write AM if you have chosen C, AM if you have chosen B, EX expressive you have chosen D, and DR for driver, or you can say D or E for expressive and driver, and AM for analytical and amiable. So one, you must have written one, and against that, for example, B, you are AM. Then two, D, you are AM again. So you have to write like that. Now you have options. After that, you have to write what type of personality you are against each and every question. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is here on your screen, right? I will just turn the page, turn the slide, and then I will show the next 5, the next 5, the next 5. And that's how we'll complete 20. Yeah. Just write what you are as per every question. Right. We covered 20. Yeah. Giving you 5 seconds again. Now the next, I hope no one is left. Just 2 more seconds if someone is left, 2, 3. Okay, going to the next set of questions, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You just write. I'm giving you again 10 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn in 3, 4 seconds. So next 15, 11 to 15. Yeah. You just see what you are. You just have to write. Last 5 seconds. Okay, I'm going to turn now from 16 to 20. 16 to 20, yeah. Just copy this. Hello. Hello. Okay. So last 2 seconds, and then I'm going to remove. Yeah. So yes, this was the exercise that you did for understanding. Yeah. For understanding what kind of personality you are. You have marked against each and everything, your personality type. Now you count those things and you make a count of both and of analytical, amiable, expressive driver. 15 analytical, 5 amiable, or 15 analytical, 2 amiable, 2 expressive, 1 driver. So out of 20, what are the scores against each of the personality types? So 15, 5, what is the score that is coming? You might get 10 and 10 for 2 personalities also. Yeah. So what is the score? You just have to write, and you just have to then know, okay, I am that kind of personality, and then we are going to go back also. You will be able to relate to it, right? So yes, just count it. What is your score against each and everything? And then we are going to understand, okay, this is the personality type that I have. Yeah. So I know my personality type after this exercise. Now I will be talking about knowing other personality types, of course, and then I'll be talking about how to change your personality type. So you are, for example, amiable. How amiable can change to analytical, how amiable can change to expressive, to driver, and what things to be kept in mind while you are talking to these personality types, right? I'm giving you 5 more seconds to complete this exercise, and then we are going to talk about the other things. All right. Now, what is the ask? So what we have done so far, done so far, let me tell you. And this was the biggest exercise that we wanted to do. Number 1, different social style. We already know, yes, there are a lot of different social styles, right? Okay, there are 4 different styles. I know why I need to know about these social styles. I talked about those assertiveness scale and the emotional scale, right? I talked about the 4 quadrant, right? I talked about my social style. I did a detailed exercise, 20 questions, marking against it, then marking, okay, what kind of answer I gave. And then after that, I reached to a conclusion that my personality type is this or that or whatsoever, right? All right, now it's the time to think about the other things, how to judge other styles, how to flex, how to change my style and the perception. So let me just go to that, right? Okay. So how you are going to identify your dominant social style? It talks about dominant social style. Why? Because you can be having a lot of different style, but the important thing is what is going to be your dominant style, right? 15 marks, you have got, for example, amiable, then you are amiable, right? And no person is going to be 100% one type of personality. There are some bits and pieces of other personalities, but you have to go by what is your dominant personality. So the question is going to be answered by the self-assessment that we did. 20 questions we have answered. Feedback, you are going to talk to a lot of people, colleagues, okay, what personality type I am out of these. Then you are going to get better idea. Then observation, you notice your own communication with the people, whether you sound bossy, you talk about the tasks a lot many times, or you talk about other things more, you talk about people more, right? So you are going to know from that. Then analytical person, again we are just revising what we understood, right? So analytical person, how you are actually seeing yourself. You are seeing yourself as you are serious, you are exacting, you work on the exact things, right? You are logical, you are rational, you are focused on your goal. Yes, you are very much focused on your goal. And then you are precise. You are precise, very much precise. Okay, this is every point, every rupee, every paisa you want to tell you, for example. And you are very much considered. And then you are great at planning. You are great at very much great at planning. Why? Because you think about all the things before planning, and that's how you are good at planning, you are great at planning, and you are reserved. You think you are reserved, right? You just want to focus on your own work, that's it. You're not harming anyone, you are not hurting anyone, you are on. But these perceptions, these are the perception about yourself when you are analytical. But how people are thinking that you are, people are seeing the other side. They think you are stubborn, you don't want to change. You are nitpicker, you pick up the small things, small mistakes, point it out without any purpose because you want to point out the mistake. That's it. You are a boss, you want perfection, but your employee, your subordinate thing, you are a nitpicker. You cautiously, you knowingly, you with some other intention, you are pointing out the small mistake. This was a small mistake. This could have been left out, right? Why that person pointed out on such a small thing? So you would be thinking like that. Perfectionist. People think you are perfectionist. Okay, this is a good thing. You are pedantic, you are slow. When you are thinking about a lot of different things, you eventually become slow in decision making, right? You are indecisive, you can't take decisions, right? You are unemotional, you don't have any emotions. People think like that about you when you are analytical. Yeah, good side and a bad side. Every personality I told you has a good side and a bad side, right? What do you think are the good sides? What other things might be the bad sides also? Driver. Yeah, you are the decision maker. You are in command. You are task oriented. So what you think you are? You think you are efficient. You don't waste time, right? You are resourceful. Yes, you are very much resourceful. You know how to analyze things. You know how to take decisions on the basis of different parameters, right? You are known for getting things done. You think like that. Yeah, I can get the things done very, very rapidly. You're decisive, you're direct, you're determined, you're confident. You think like that. You're entrepreneurial because you can drive the things very well. You think like that. But what others might think about you? You are impatient. You are very much impatient. You are very much impatient with slower pace people. You always want to do the things faster. Why? You are always in a hurry. Why? You're always building the pressure. People think like that. You're autocratic. You don't listen to the people. You don't care about the people. You treat Humans like machine. People think like that. You are critical, you are very much critical. You pick the things up and you point out everything, right? You are very much critical. You don't praise anyone. People think like that. You are insensitive. Your people think that you are very much insensitive. You don't care about people, right? Domineering, you are demanding, you dominate people. And the person who dominates loves it, but the other person who is being dominated does not love it, let me tell you. So people think you dominate always. You don't listen to them. You don't care about their opinion. Even if you are wrong, you will not listen to anyone. People think like that. You're demanding, right? You're demanding. Then amiable. So you think that you are supportive of others. You are very much supporting others, right? You seek people view. You always think about people. You ask them what different questions, right? And you always think about their opinion, right? Patient. You are very much patient, right? So you listen to everyone. You are patient. Cooperative. You cooperate with the people a lot. You consider issues carefully. Yes, you think about various people, various things, and you are very careful. Building consensus. You build consensus on each and everything. You talk to everyone and you build consensus, right? So this is what you think. But other things that you are slow to make decision, you are slow decision maker, you can't take decision, you are submissive to other need, you don't have any backbone. Yes. Don't wanting to upset, you don't want to upset anyone, you are lacking your goals, you don't have any goals, you just follow what others say. That's it. You are weak. People think that you are weak. Yes. Expressive. You see yourself as you think you are innovative, you are enthusiastic, you are very fast, you are reactive, you are ambitious. Big goals, right? Inspirational, you are visionary. Yes. You are motivational, you are friendly, you are open because you talk a lot, right? But what other things? That you are overconfident. You are exaggerating. You win 1000 rupees somewhere, you will say 10 lakhs. Yes, you are exaggerating every time. People think like that. You are over excitable, right? It's a simple thing, but you are very much excited. I don't know why, right? People think like that. You're disorganized. You just focus on talking to the people, you don't work. People think that you are disorganized, right? You are undisciplined. People think you don't have any discipline, right? No follow through. You are daydreaming. People think like that. You open with the open eyes, you see the dreams. People think like that. Are you understand? Positive side with you, negative side, people are thinking. I think you must have got an eye opener today, right? Now it's about flexing your style, how you are going to change your style, right? You have to maintain your core message, but you have to adjust your delivery, the way you are saying things, only that, right? You don't look very much excited when you're talking to the analytical people. You talk about facts and figures. So yes, that way you have to change yourself. Consider your audience communication preferences, and you should focus on building understanding. Focus on building understanding and connection. 1 second, let me just take a call. All right. Apologies for the interruption. Yeah. So what we have to do is we have to flex our social style. Yes, we have to change our social style, but we don't have to change ourselves. We just have to change the delivery style, right? How we are going to actually change my style? So basically, I am an amiable and I want to talk to amiable. I want to talk to expressive. I want to talk to analytical, and I want to talk to the last bit, which is expressive. So how I am going to do that? So basically, let me just share with you what are the things that we are going to do. So right. So first up is you are going to be, one second, it's not on my screen. Yes, we are going to, when we are talking to the amiables, we are going to focus on the objectives. Why? Because if you are amiable, that person is also amiable. You might not focus on the objectives. Objectives might go away, right? So you have to focus on the objective. You have to establish deadline. You have to accept the responsibility, right? So both are amiables. That deadline, that objective, that work might go somewhere else, right? When you're talking to the expressive, you have to express your views also, right? That person is expressive, that person is going to talk. That person thinks that you are not talking, right? So you have to express your views. You have to be a little objective and you have to try to speed up. Why? Because if you don't speed up, that person will talk, you will also listen to him. Because you are amiable, you are going to listen to him, that person is going to talk, then whole of the time is going to go away. So what you have to do is you have to express your views also, and then you have to focus on the timelines also. You have to speed up also. Okay, you are amiable, but you're talking to analytical. Then you should tell him an organized approach. You can't be amiable with him. You have to be a little bit analytical. You have to show that you are organized and this is the approach. Otherwise, that person is not going to like you. That person will think my boss is a fool. He does not know how to do the things. He does not have a plan. I am better than my boss, and that person will not respect you. So what you have to do is you just have to organize. You have to approach that person with an organized approach, and you have to be accurate. You have to have a clear and detailed agenda. So that is why knowing my personality type is important. Knowing the other personality type is important, so that whenever I am talking, I am having the right arms and ammunition in my hand, and then I'm talking. Then that person is going to listen to me, will be following me, will do the right things for me, and will respect me. Yeah, that is very, very important. Then driver, yes, I am going to talk to the driver, which is very, very dangerous here, right? Then here you are going to be having more assertive. You will tell, okay, there are timeline, and you will have to express your opinion. You will have to be showing that there is a quick progress which is going to go in that, right? So basically, these are the tips when you're talking to different personality types. When you are amiable, when you're expressive, you already talk a lot. Hold your horses now, right? So when you're expressive, you have, when you're talking to amiable, you have to encourage opinion. You not only you talk, others also let others also talk, right? Then you have to slow down, you have to exercise the patience, so that the amiable also feel comfortable in sharing the things, right? When you are expressive and talking to an expressive, then you have to be disciplined, a little bit disciplined. Why? Because you both will be talking to each other and no work. Yes, you will have to be very specific, otherwise you will be having the big dreams but no work. Then you should have an agenda and the structure in mind. Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, you will be in the creative zone. Both, right? Analytical. You are analytical, right? Oh, sorry. You are expressive but talking to analytical now. You have to talk in that fashion. You don't have to be very, very expressive. Just slow down. Because that person is the one who loves facts and figures. You are the one who loves stories. Entirely different. First of all, slow down a bit. Have a formal and objective approach. Yes, you should have a formal and objective approach. Then fourth one, you are expressive and you are talking to the driver. Be very professional, because you both are assertive and you both are very strong with your opinions. That person is task oriented, you are people oriented, so you will have to change a bit. Yes, you have to use facts and not feelings, right? If you talk about feelings with that person will not like you. That person will think you are a fool. You are not fit for the job. You don't belong to be here, right? You are not here for work. You are just here for fun. You are here for time pass. That person will, right? Next, we are having, I'm now analytical, right? And I want to talk to amiable. So of course, I am analytical. Then I am more focused on facts and figures, but this amiable person is more fun-loving, right? You show interest and discuss opinion. One, he is fun-loving. Second, he does not speak. So you'll have to ask him to speak, right? You have to create the interest and you should respond to various ideas. Of course, that person is amiable, right? Not very much task-oriented. So respect his ideas also. Expressive, that person is expressive. Now the tough thing, right? So in this case, you should also express opinion. Otherwise, that person will actually take over, right? So you are analytical. You should express opinion. You should respond to his ideas. No, that person is having a lot of ideas. That person is very expressive. That person is very creative. You respond to his ideas. Okay, it looks good. Huh? And you should be enthusiastic. Otherwise, that person will feel, oh, I am full of energy. That person is, sir, or that person is, can you do this, Samir? No, you have to show that energy also, right? Okay, now you're talking to analytical. Be prepared to accept the control. Both are analytical. No one is ready to control the things. Both are the task oriented people. Both want to do the task. Now you have to step up and you have to show him that you are ready to take the control here, right? And be tolerant with slight imperfection. Although that person is also not going to be imperfect, right? That person is also having an eye to detail, but if there are slight imperfections, because that person think I'm the perfectionist and you are picking out things out of his work, that person will not like you. Then in that case, you what you have to do is you have to live with slight imperfections. Yeah, that's it. Driver, now you are talking to your direct boss, right? Now you should express your opinion, right? Now you are actually driving the driver. So in this case, you have to express your opinion. You have to be very assertive and decisive. Otherwise, that person will think I am his boss. He's not my boss. Yeah. So you'll have to change the things like that. Okay. Then fourth thing is driver. You are a driver now, right? You only think about tasks, but you are talking to amiable, right? That person does not focus on task. That person is more people oriented, right? So you show interest, you be patient, right? Don't just ruthlessly drive, right? Otherwise, amiable will not like you at all. Let me tell you. You encourage opinion. Yes. You adopt informal approach, right? More informal. Expressive, be friendly. You are complete opposite of each other. Be friendly first of all. Show interest. Accept opinion. Just accept opinion. That person is a lot talkative, to show the interest in his talks, right? You're talking to analytical. Okay, this is easy, right? You're talking to your subordinate, but you have to slow down. You can't really, ruthlessly just walk over. You exercise patience, you be diplomatic, because that person is like you only and he is going to give you good work. But the thing is, you have to talk diplomatically. And two drivers are going to fight with each other now, right? So you have to be receptive and do not impose, because that person is also driver, you are also driver, then there is going to be a huge conflict. Don't do that. Yeah. Now, let's go to the quadrant again, right? Okay, let me go to the quadrant. Yeah. So in this case, if you are going across diagonally, it is going to be very dangerous, let me tell you. If one person is analytical, other is expressive, it is going to be completely opposite. Your boss is expressive, you are analytical. Boss is going to talk about your movies. You are going to talk about work. No match. Your boss is driver, you are amiable. Your boss, you will think your boss is cruel. Let me tell you. If you are on the side of both side of the same quadrant, you are analytical, your boss is driver. The jodi is going to be hit. You are amiable, the boss is expressive, this is also going to be hit. The moment you are going to go diagonally, then it is going to be a trouble, right? So what you have to do, you have to just understand what is the personality type, and it is easy to work with the similar personality types rather than the opposite. The diagonal personality type is very difficult, and it is difficult to flex also comparatively. So the flexing is going to be a little difficult with these people, but if you know that other person is what kind of a person, you should talk in that language and your things will be resolved, right? You will appear to your boss as if you are analytical and not amiable. Then what's the problem? He will like you always, right? You always talk about fact and figure. Don't talk about movies to him, right? He is not interested. Don't talk about that, right? Okay, all right. I think we have covered quite a bit. Now let us go to the concluding bits. Now, all of this, what we discussed was coming from this book, Robert Bolton, Social Style, Management Style, Developing Productive Work Relationships, right? So this is a book. Let me stop share and share again the book that I am talking about, right? So this is a book which I am talking about, and it's a very detailed book. Let me tell you, it's a very, very detailed book which is there, and this entire theory is coming from that book only. So let me open it and share with you. So if you want to learn more about this, you just have to open this book. You just have to go through this book. Let me share my screen again. And then, of course, I will be happy to take your questions. 1 second. Yeah, let me share it. Okay, I hope you are able to see my screen now with the book. So this is a book, Social Style, Management Style, right? Okay, all right. So if I go down, yes, this is an old book, by the way. Let me tell you, this is somewhere 1984. Yes, it was published. So it's an old theory, not a very new theory, but it is very, very effective. Let me tell you. Most of the people don't know about it. So yes, what it tells about is it tells about is yes, what is your social style, managing social style, and we have covered a part of it. It covers other things also. Backup style, it talks about backup style also. You don't have one style, you have a backup style also, right? You also have got 15 marks and 5 marks somewhere else, right? That is your backup style, right? How to flex, excuse me, but your style is showing. How to get in synchronization in other style, flex step by step. So and style based stress management, and there are lovely diagrams also which are there, right? So let me show you a few, right? This is a very old book, but this is very interesting book, let me tell you. And after you, so all the things that we talked about, analytical, less assertive, less responsive, more assertive, less responsive. So the same little bit similar diagram that we discussed, right? And the quadrant. So you are autocratic when you're driver, you are avoiding when you're analytical, you are accusing when you are amiable, and we are attacking when you are expressive, right? So yes, it is having a lot of yes. And how you move from driver to amiable, how you move. You are autocratic, then you avoid, then you attack, then you are amiable, right? How you move? You can't really move directly. So there's a path in which helps you move easily, right? So this autocratic person try to be analytical first, then expressive first, and then it becomes amiable, right? So there is a path which a driver person follow, and this is something which you will feel once you know this theory, you know this thing, this science. You will feel okay. You have started knowing the people, right? Why this person is behaving like that, how to control that behavior, how to deal with that behavior. You suddenly know everything, right? Right. So now you know the secrets basically, right? Okay. Then let me show you other things. And basically, this was actually designed to get the best out of the work with the colleagues and the people which are working with you, under you, right? And this is the way you first have to diagnose what your style is. You have to plan, okay, my style is this, other style is this, how I am going to change the things, and then you implement as per that plan, right? Whatever we discussed, and then you evaluate, and then again diagnose. So this is a simple way in which you can go to it, right? So this is a diagram which says myself is this, Tom is this, and again driver has to go this way, right? Can't really go, driver can't go diagonally, you have to go this way, right? Or maybe this way and that way, which zigzag way, we discussed in the beginning, right? Okay, so this is again the same thing, right? This is a very, very interesting thing. So I want you to give a read once you get this book. So this is a very interesting book. So on the left side, on the x-axis, y-axis, you get the productivity. On the x-axis, you have stress. So it shows when the stress is high, the productivity gets lower, right? But when the stress is low, the productivity also gets lower. That means stress is good for work, but a required amount of stress is only good for work, right? So when you are here, you are having the optimal productivity. There is some stress, but it will give you the best productivity. There is more stress, then it will reduce the productivity, right? So very, very interesting things, right? You won't have understood these kind of things in the past, but these are the sciences which these people in the past have discovered. Now you have got that science in your hand, right? And you are going to actually make a good dividend out of it, let me say. So yes, this is a very interesting book, and this book has further divided our 4 quadrants into 4 into 4, 16 quadrants, right? Further subdivided. So yes, a basically more analysis of the things that we are doing. So yes, let me go back to the slide again. I wanted to show you my book that I was referring to during this whole conversation, right? And that, I mean, I found it very, very interesting. I work on various theories for leadership, for management, for these kind of things, communication. But I found it very, very interesting, let me tell you. Then, of course, let me sum up what we meant, the 4 things that we discussed. So we discussed only the 4 things, but in a very detailed manner, we did all the questionnaires, right? So analytical persons say, let's do the thing right away. Right now, let's do it. Driver say, let's do the things my way. Yes, I'm the boss, right? Expressive say, let's do the things fun way. Amiable say, let's do the thing whichever way, as long as we get along, as long as everyone is happy. I don't have any problem, right? So this is the amiable type of person. And now if you have any questions, feel free to type in, feel free to ask. And yes, these are my contact details. Feel free to email me, feel free to WhatsApp me. But yeah, don't call me. I mean, you saw that during the session also I got a lot of calls. I picked 1 or 2, but I got at least 10 calls. So please don't call. Just message me. I will revert to you. Yeah. Now I am stopping my screen share and I am open for the questions. Abhishek sir has also come. So yes, we are on time. 15, 16 minutes we are having for questions if we are having. Okay. How can we adjust our communication style and improve relation from others? Sambit sir is asking. So sir, yes, this is the way in which we can talk. So for example, there were 4 quadrants which I was sharing. So when you're analytical, you have to, let me share my screen again to answer the question. Yeah. So for example, you are analytical. Yeah. Let me go back to, yeah, it's okay. So for example, you are amiable, then you will talk to expressive, you will talk to analytical, you will talk to driver in this fashion. Let me take example of analytical because we are chartered accountant, we are more analytical, right? So if I am analytical, so I focus on facts and figures. Number 1. Number 2, I want to work on those facts and figures. But now I have to talk to amiable. He is the person who is fun loving, who don't like fun facts and figures. Number 2, he is silent. So these are the 2 traits. I know that person is silent. That means you have to ask that person a lot of questions and show interest also. That person is not interested in work. You should show interest in his personal life and then he will work for you, right? So this is a way. Now you are talking to analytical, another analytical. That means you both are kind of a subordinate kind of having mentality. Basically, you want to work, but you don't want to lead. So in this case, you will have to step up. You have to show the driver personality in this case. And you should be ready to take the control. And since both of you are focusing on perfection, his perfection and your perfection are going to be different, you should accept a few imperfections also. Don't hurt him. You are talking to expressive. He is talking a lot already. You should also talk a bit. You should also express your opinion. Otherwise, he will not let you talk. You should also show that you are enthusiastic. You are workaholic. You focus on work, but you should also show that yes, you are enthusiastic. Otherwise that person will say, okay, this person does not have any energy, he has not taken the breakfast, right? Because he is full of energy. So you have to change yourself in that way. Now the worst thing is you are talking to the driver. Now that person feel from the birth that he is a boss. Now you have to be very assertive, you have to be very decisive in front of him. Otherwise he will not accept you as your boss. So basically, when I have given these 4 charts, so if you are amiable, you can talk to various amiable, expressive, and you keep these things in mind. You are expressive, keep these things in mind. Analytical, keep these things in mind. And driver, keep these things in mind. So that's how you are going to flex your style, and you are going to get the right things for you, for your organization, for your team. And that's how you're going to grow, right? And this is not only for the work. This is on your personal relationships. This is applicable in your social relationships. So everywhere this is going to work, right? Question 2, what role does empathy play in building strong and meaningful relationship? So sir has asked empathy. Empathy is a very important thing, let me tell you. Empathy means you are stepping into other shoes, you are understanding what is the perspective of the other person. And empathy is the most important thing, let me tell you. Whether you are a driver, whether you are a so empathy, more empathy is with the people who are amiable. But you should, when you're a driver, you should not forget the empathy. So empathy is very, very important. That's how you understand actually what other person is actually thinking. Otherwise the other person is for example amiable, he is silent, he does not speak, right? But he is hurt somewhere, so he will not speak. But what he will do, he will resign and go somewhere. You don't want that. You love your resources, right? Because of your resources, you are team manager, you are team leader, your organization is working because of so many people, right? So empathy is the best thing to have, sir, actually. Yes, any other questions if we are having? And I hope this session was meaningful for you. You got a tool to understand what other people think, right? And how other people think, and you got to understand now why I was getting a different response, although I was doing everything best on my part. My boss was still not liking, because he liked facts and figures. I was giving my movie conversation, or he don't like, he liked to talk about the personal life, but I was giving the facts and figures. That's why you are not having that good bond with your boss, right? So now you got that secret, and now it's the time to apply. You have got the tool, you have got to know what kind of personality you are. Now you can assess what kind of personality your boss or your subordinate or your spouse is. Now is the time to apply and see the things, see the difference. You will feel that, right? I think there are no further questions, if there are any. So I'm handing over to Abhishek sir now.
Thank you so much, sir. It was an enlightening and wonderful session on the topic which most of the chartered accountants, or we as a fraternity, most of the times are not aware that we should how we should deal with these kind of issues in our personal as well as professional life. So enriching one for me also on personal level. First of all, now I would like to extend my thanks to C. Harpreet ji. It has been honor, sir, to be a part of this wonderful webcast that you conducted on a particular topic, that is adapting your social skills to build meaningful relationships. And I would like to thank also on behalf of the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to sir for enlightening us, and a great round of applause for the committee, vice chairman of the committee, for these type of sessions. Our today's speaker, C. Harpreet ji, and other stakeholders also made this seminar memorable one for all of you. Now, if anyone is not having any question, thank you everyone for making this a grand success. Thanks to one and all. Thank you so much, Harpreet ji, for
Thank you, sir.
sparing your valuable time for Institute of Chartered Accountants of India.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words, and thank to the committee and secretary, chairman, vice chairman, and thanks to all of you who spared your time. And I hope you got something very interesting and very useful. So all the best with the use of this tool. May you shine, right? Okay. Thank you.
True, sir. These topics are not the common day topics, and hence I hope whatever you have said, the most of the members have got benefited out of that, and they will remember these things on personal as well as professional level.
Thank you.